China isn't just building electric SUVs. It's unleashing machines so outrageous they're rewriting the global EV rulebook. Every month, China drops another electric SUV that feels years ahead. Honestly, the rest of the world looks stunned. 1. BYD Sealion 05 EV. And here's where things already start getting crazy. The BYD Sealion 05 EV rolled out in March 2025, and it instantly felt like one of those cars that doesn't try to impress. It just does. This compact crossover appears simple on the outside, almost humble, but underneath, it conceals a setup that punches way above its price tag. You get BYD's trusted 50 to 60 kilowatt-hour blade battery, the kind people praise for surviving torture tests that would kill most packs. And somehow, this modest-looking SUV still manages a 430 to 520 kilometers CLTC range, which is impressive for its size. What shocked people most wasn't the range, it was the practicality. A 600-liter boot and a 110-liter frunk in a compact EV? That's almost disrespectful to competitors. This thing is BYD at its most ruthless. Maximum value, maximum space, minimum price. Tell me that's not insane. 2. XPeng G7. But wait, it gets even more unreal from here. The XPeng G7, launched in June 2025, is the kind of SUV that makes you stop mid-scroll and wonder how this is even allowed at its price. XPeng didn't hold back. 2 battery options, 68.5 or 80.8 kilowatt-hours, both delivering huge CLTC numbers, 577 kilometers on the low end, 702 kilometers on the high end. That alone would have been headline-worthy, but XPeng clearly wanted this thing to punch Tesla in the ribs. So they went for the 800-volt architecture, not EV fast, but 5C ultra-fast charging, where the car gulps electricity like it's nothing. And inside, it's almost sci-fi. An AR-HUD developed with Huawei, XPeng's own AI chips running the cockpit, and a cabin that feels smarter than most laptops. This isn't just an electric SUV. It's XPeng looking at the global market and saying, we can do everything you can, and we can do it cheaper. The insane part? They're not wrong. 3. Li Auto i8. And just when you think China might slow down, it doesn't. The Li Auto i8 dropped in July 2025, and the first thing people said was, hold on, how does a 3-row SUV pull off numbers like this? Because the headline is outrageous. 720-kilometer range, not on some tiny hatchback. On a full-size family EV with a 6-seat 2+2+2 layout, it almost feels like Li Auto built this thing out of spite just to prove big SUVs don't need to be thirsty monsters. Under the floor sits a dual-motor AWD system pushing 400 kilowatts, and the acceleration feels far more aggressive than you'd expect from something this practical and the 5C charging. It sucks down power so fast you barely have time to stretch your legs. Inside, the cabin feels like a rolling lounge. Soft touch materials, huge displays, and that quiet, don't worry, we've got you, premium vibe. Massive range, big comfort, zero compromise. The i8 is the family SUV that shouldn't physically be possible. 4. NIO Onvo L90. But here's where the story takes an even sharper turn. NIO decided to shake up the affordable premium segment by launching Onvo, its more budget-friendly sub-brand, and the L90 instantly became the star of the lineup. This SUV doesn't scream for attention, but the moment you see the spec sheet, you realize it's quietly flexing harder than half the global market. It runs on an 85.1 kilowatt-hour NMC battery, delivering a clean 570 to 605 kilometers CLTC range depending on the variant. And NIO didn't stop there. They put the whole thing on a 900-volt platform, which means stupid fast charging and efficiency levels that make engineers grin. You get 6 or 7-seat layouts, a massive frunk that feels oversized for its class, and of course the signature NIO wildcard, battery swapping pull-in, swap-out, drive-off, faster than filling a fuel tank. The insane part? You're getting premium EV tech at pricing meant for families, not luxury buyers. That's disruptive. 5. Denza N9. And now we reach the SUV that doesn't just push the limits, it tears them in half. The Denza N9, built under BYD's premium division, is one of those vehicles you look at and instantly know it's meant to intimidate. Launched in 2025, this thing is a full-blown flagship. Huge, imposing, almost yacht-like with its 5,258 millimeters length. But the real madness starts under the skin. Denza packed a 3-motor system into this beast, delivering a barely believable 710 kilowatts of power. that's hypercar territory, but inside a calm, dignified, luxury 2+2+2 cabin filled with soft leather, big screens, and that whisper-quiet premium feel. It's like a private jet that just happens to have wheels. Air suspension smooths out the road like it's a racing reality, and the whole SUV feels built for people who want performance and elegance without choosing between them. Here's the insane twist. It's a people mover with the punch of a supercar. No screaming engine, no drama, just silent, brutal acceleration wrapped in pure comfort. The N9 doesn't just move families, it launches them. 6. Hongqi Tiangong 06. And here's where the luxury side of China starts flexing hard. Hongqi, often called China's Rolls-Royce, isn't the kind of brand that builds cars quietly. When they make something, they want the world to feel it, and the Tiangong 06, set for delivery in 2025, feels like their attempt to prove elegance and raw power can live in the same body without fighting each other. It carries a massive 111 kilowatt-hour battery, the kind you'd normally expect in a flagship luxury barge, not a mid-size crossover, and the power options are almost cheeky. 253 kilowatts for the RWD version and a muscular 455 kilowatts if you choose AWD. That's a lot of heat for a brand known more for comfort than chaos. Inside, it's pure Hongqi, premium materials, quiet cabin, that floating luxury vibe. But the real shocker is the price. Big battery, big power, respectable size, yet still sitting in a range far cheaper than European rivals. Luxury and cruelty without luxury tax. That's the Tiangong 06. 7. Zeekr 9X. But the moment you think the story can't get any more unhinged, here comes Zeekr. Geely's performance luxury division has been throwing punches at the EV world since day one. But the Zeekr 9X is the one that made everyone stop mid-sentence. This isn't just an SUV, it's a statement piece with a supercar's heart beating underneath its giant frame. A triple-motor hybrid setup pushes out a ridiculous 1,030 kilowatts. That's over 1,000 kilowatts in a family SUV. So when it rips from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in around 3.1 seconds, it doesn't feel right. It feels like someone strapped rocket boosters to a living room. And it's huge, 5,239 millimeters long, with a 6-seat configuration that treats every passenger like a VIP. Smooth, fast, absurdly stable for its size. This is the part that blew everyone's mind. It's a PHEV, not a full EV, yet it behaves like a hypercar wrapped in luxury leather. Zeekr didn't just break the rules, it rewrote them with a smirk. 8. BYD Tang 2025. And now we swing back to one of BYD's global heavy hitters. The 2025 BYD Tang is the SUV that quietly shows how far BYD's EV tech has evolved. It's the kind of vehicle you could park anywhere. A family home, an airport lounge pickup, a premium dealership, and it would fit right in. That's its trick, versatile luxury without shouting. Underneath, it packs a 108.8 kilowatt-hour battery, and the numbers speak loudly. 530 kilometers WLTP, real-world friendly, not inflated. And with a 0 to 100 kilometers per hour time of 4.9 seconds, this big 7-seater moves like it has no business moving that fast. The cabin hits that BYD sweet spot, premium without forcing you into luxury brand tax. Big screens, soft finishes, and the kind of practicality families love. But the wild part, the Tang is a true global BYD product, sold in Europe, praised in Asia, recognized in the Middle East. A big battery, smart design, real-world range, and worldwide street cred. That's why the Tang stays relevant. 9. Li Auto i6. And here's the curveball, a luxury light SUV that goes for the heart instead of the wallet. The Li Auto i6, launching in September 2025, isn't trying to outgun the ultra-premium giants. Instead, it plays in the smart luxury lane. And honestly, it plays it beautifully. It's a 5-seat EV that feels like a sweet spot for families who want comfort and tech without chasing extremes. Dual-motor AWD gives it solid performance, and with a length of 4.95 meters paired with a 3,000mm wheelbase, the proportions feel spacious without being oversized. There's room to stretch, breathe, and enjoy the drive. The cabin has that signature Li Auto coziness. Clean design, big displays, the kind of materials that feel premium but not pretentious. It's luxury, just not the loud kind. And the insane part? It's priced far below what it looks and feels like. A genuinely capable luxury EV SUV disguised as a sensible family choice. The i6 proves not every insane vehicle needs to scream. Some just quietly outperform expectations. 10. Xiaomi YU7. And finally, the SUV that shocked everyone. Not because of its size, but because of who made it. The Xiaomi YU7 is the moment the tech world and the car world finally collided in full force. This massive, almost 5-meter-long SUV, approximately 4,999 millimeters, isn't a side project. It's Xiaomi entering the EV game like a heavyweight stepping straight into the ring. The range immediately turned heads, 760 to 835 kilometers CLTC. Those are numbers automakers dream about, and Xiaomi made them look casual. And the performance? Strong, smooth, and backed by the same polished tech ecosystem Xiaomi built its empire on. Inside, it feels like a flagship phone turned into a living room. Clean design, sharp displays, smart connectivity, and features that respond like they actually understand you. Here's the insane punchline. This isn't an automaker. This is a tech giant opening its first major SUV with shocking range, premium features, and confidence like it's been doing this for decades. The YU7 isn't just a car, it's a warning shot. China's EV revolution isn't slowing down. It's accelerating with bigger batteries, faster charging, smarter cabins, and prices that shake global brands awake. And this is only the beginning. If these SUVs shocked you, wait till you see what's coming next. So what's your verdict? Drop a comment, hit like, and subscribe. More insane machines are on the way.